Hey, John. Huh? What made you think he's deer roller again?
Hey, just hold it straight up. I mean, every day with a bow and arrow, and you get out there in the thick of the thing, you know where the deer are.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the first ever Recruit Creative live stream. Hunter Ziegler here with you, and I'm going to take you around Southern Illinois today with 5 different hunters. We're going to take live look-ins with Charlie Ziegler, Austin McBaron, Chris Klutz, Nico Galdoni, and Donald Stover. We'll stay with these guys throughout most of the morning here. We'll probably have a couple different streams today where we'll go in and just check in with these hunters, maybe ask them a few questions. And we're super excited to bring this thing to you. It's going to be a great day of footage. I hope you guys stick around and check back in with us when we go off air. We'll probably only stream for an hour at a time, so we'll have to go through some growing pains here, trying to figure out the best way to bring this to you guys. It's definitely a difficult thing to try and set up, but if you'd like to ask questions, don't be afraid to just drop them in the comments. We probably won't have time to actually answer them. As far as me narrating over this, we're not going to have time to look back at those questions, but I'll try to get back in the chat with you or have somebody moderate the chat. But we'll go ahead and start out with Charlie Ziegler here. He looks like he's going to go ahead and get his mic on and get ready to go here. It should be a great day for hunting. Does are really starting to come in. We've got a lot of bucks cruising in the area. So things are really starting to break loose here, and hopefully we'll get to see one of these big bucks fall down today. But we'll go ahead and jump in here to Charlie and see what he's up to.
Can you hear me? Yeah, you're good.
God, that phone, I turned it off.
suck this year.
Everybody talks about our generation and how we're always on our phones.
Yeah, now I'm on.
You can't even get off. You can't even look up. He's over
You can't
here.
even hide. You gotta look at the phone. Man, another dog on that scratch. Alright. Let me get her clipped on here. Got enough equipment?
Yeah.
Binoculars, grunt calls.
You tell everybody what we're doing. Once you get that settled, before you rattle.
Alright, you ready, baby? Got up in the stand. Phone went off. Big 8. 250 yards. Up in the corner. Try to get his attention. He's trying to go the wrong direction. So, according to the camera, but we haven't rattled all year. This is going to be the first rattle. It may be, who knows, it may be too late. Ain't been moving good. But they should be ready to go. Should be fired up. I'll face this one. Wind's starting to pick up, so keep your ears open for me around he should come in from that direction if he responds at all. It's a nice one though. Let's go back.
Well, it looks like Charlie there is trying to hug the tree pretty much. And, you know, that might kind of look funny, but for anybody that's hunted very much, that's a pretty veteran move, just trying to tuck as close as you can to that tree, especially when you get one of these young bucks in here messing around. You never know how long they're going to stand in front of you, so, you know, the longer you can not be noticed, the better off you are. Especially when you got a buck like that comes in, makes a little scrape. You don't know what's going to follow him, and more than likely with that scrape being there now, you know, a big one follows in his footsteps, he's probably going to look at it. So good move there. And you can also see the cameraman here is in a saddle. It looks like he's tucked in pretty good to the tree as well. So yeah, this is a good setup by these two, and it looks like this buck's going to get away without noticing them. So they're going to stay in the hunt here and maybe get an opportunity at a little bit bigger of one. That deer there's too young to shoot, obviously, and we'll just see what happens here, see if there's another one right on his heels or not. But that deer reacted to those antlers. It looks like Charlie's got him fired up this morning.
That's about the size of that one. That's a little stinky there, wasn't it? Looked just like him, only young. He was watching another deer down that drain. See that new scrape right there? That's brand new, wasn't it?
You can hear Chris in the background giving Travis a hard time here. He was telling him something about being smelled or spotted, and you can tell these two have spent a little bit of time in the tree together already this year, so I wouldn't be surprised if Travis ends up getting it done on one today, just like Chris was able to get it done back on October 1st on a big Southern Illinois 9-pointer. We'll go ahead and give you a flashback to that buck. If you want, you can check it out. The full video is on our channel, but we'll give you a little bit of a sneak peek or a rewatch here, a replay if you've already seen it, and then we'll get you back to some more live action.
Hard shot him. Go down. Go down.
He's going down.
He's down. Pinwheeled him, buddy. Yes. Ooh, 160. Woo!
Hey, John, what made you think she's deer were over there again?
Hey, just hold it straight up.
I mean,
Every day with a bow and arrow, you get out there in the thick of the thing, you know where the deer are.
Alright, welcome back from break. We're going to go ahead and go right back into things here. We're going to join Charlie and ask him a few questions here. So let's get right to it. Charlie, what's the hunting pressure like around you?
Well, there's stands in every thicket. Multiple stands. Lots of hunters. There's hunters in every direction. Half mile from us, quarter. Luckily, we're in a cutover, so that pressure should make our spot better. We stayed out of it most of the year already, so trying to time it just right.
Do you typically hear a bunch of shots around there during shotgun season?
Well, not last year. Never got to hunt too much here, though. Seems like the last few years, shots have been, not near as much as they used to be. And used to, you'd hear 200 shots the first day. Now you hear 10 or 15.
Do you think that the popularity in crossbows might have some people done with their season a little bit earlier and maybe not even going out with shotguns? Like they're getting in there earlier and getting a crossbow hunt when the weather's a little bit nicer, maybe?
I don't know, but they're sure killing them with a bow. That sure took out a lot of big deer.
I noticed that you're still using a compound bow. What bow is that?
What is Allegiance, the old bow tack, their first bow. Still shoots good, smooth.
How many deer do you think you've taken down with that bow?
Right, 30.
All right, so we're gonna get back to Charlie in a little bit, ask him some more questions maybe. You might see that in hour number 2, but we're gonna take a little bit of a look here. It looks like Austin's getting a better look at his release there. He'll probably hate me for showing this. It's okay though. That happens when you're trying to get the extra footage. Oh, well, it looks like he went ahead and shut his camera off. Must not have liked that too much. And we've also got Nico down there in the bottom left. He kind of looks like he's in the same position the last time we saw him. He's maybe getting a little bit tired of being there, not seeing much action going on. But we're going to go ahead. Well, Travis's camera's not on. Oh, there it comes. It's back on now. Hey, Travis, how do you guys set up when you go to film?
We usually try to have somebody to film for me because it's so much easier, but we usually just have one stand that we bring with us all the time and hang in all of our sets. But I think at the end of this year we're going to try to take our main sets and have just get a camera stand set to leave because it's kind of noisy sometimes to set the stand up. But for now we bring a lock on with us and just hang above us, you know, whether it's a ladder stand or another lock on. We have the Canon G50 model camera with a muddy arm is our setup that we use. Then we got the Tacticam Solo Cam for just a different angle. That's pretty much our setup and how we do it. We do self-film some too, but everybody knows that self-films, it's hard.
So how has your season been so far?
How has our season been? Well, my cameraman's been very good. Mine, not so much. I have spent most of my season hunting a deer that I'm not even 100% sure really exist. I think people are just putting antlers in front of my camera. I have never seen him. I've seen pictures. Well, I lied. I've seen him one time in a bean field in the summer, but hunting-wise, I've never seen him. So I've spent a lot of time chasing a deer that I've gotten about 15 pictures of total. Deer movement's been so-so. It's been pretty hot though. It seems like some days are real good, and other days, just like any year, other days are real slow.
Can you tell me what kind of stand setup you're in right now? Is it in a funnel? Is it near some ag fields? What are you looking for out of this stand?
Our stand that we're on right now is in a pinch point. There's CRP fields here. You know, a cut bean field, a bunch of woods. Then there's a couple creeks and ditches and stuff that all come together right here. You can't see because the camera's facing the wrong way, but this is an old railroad bed, and there's a crossing just right here. Yeah, that's our crossing right there, and most of the deer will eventually just funnel down in here and cross, and you'll have a chip shot. But if my luck goes how it usually does, they'll probably walk right out in the middle of a wide open field.
If you had to choose between using a ladder stand or a hang-on, which one would you choose and why?
We prefer to use hang-on stands. I don't know, it's just a preference. I feel like sometimes a ladder stand just sticks out too much to me. And Chris will probably laugh when I say this. I don't have very good history with ladder stands. And and we'll get to that in a second.
What type of terrain are you going to be sitting in this time of the year? What's your favorite?
I really like to hunt all kinds of different, terrain and stuff like that, but, obviously depends on the time of the year, like, 25th of October through about now, you really like to be in bench points, catch bucks cruising, looking for does, which is why we're set up why we are today. Early, we try to pick good days to hunt, but usually you'll find a food source early in the year. Same with late in the year, find a food source. High pressure days, just days you think bucks are going to be moving. None of the spots that I hunt really have great bedding, so I don't really, if I had it, I would hunt bedding a lot too this time of the year, but just most of the places I hunt are just really, wide open, and just, it's not always ideal, but I did pick up a new spot this year that is really a good thicket, but I've been, like I said, chasing a deer that I'm not sure even still alive, but we'll get over there, and it's thick over there, but it's hard to shoot, it's hard to film, it's just, you can't see very far.
What do you use to scout? Do you do most of it on foot? Do you look at OnX, Google Earth?
Man, OnX. That is, if you knew how much time me and Chris spent looking at OnX, you would be, it'd probably be disgusting to most people. Every piece of property we have, I bet you has 7,000 dots on it. Just where we think stands should be, where we have stands, where we have cameras, where we both would think a good spot would be to hang stands. We're always sending locations back and forth. It's actually a game changer, I think. Between like having satellite maps of that and cell cameras have changed the game a lot too. You can really just kind of stay out of places and still kind of know what's going on. But we use a lot of the new technology quite a bit. I would say we probably do more looking at stuff on maps than we do actually disturbing our hunting area and getting in there. But we do a lot of foot walking still and checking stuff out. But OnX has really changed the game for us.
All right, let's go ahead and talk about something boring. How do you guys pass time in the stand?
How do we pass times during walks? Moderate to light bullying, I would say. Always constantly messing with each other. All long sits, our phones are usually dead by the end of the day. We're always joking with each other. Every once in a while, catch a nap. Not very often. But we're just getting into the time of year, really, where long sits are going to start happening. But Chris snacks a lot. He always has loud water bottles and Slim Jims. But usually just talking, hanging out, trying to, have a fine line between, shooting a breeze and still trying to pay attention. Kind of like we're doing right now. But there's a lot of picking on each other, a lot of Snapchats made. Some appropriate, some not so appropriate. But a lot of people that will be watching this probably get them.
So can you guys describe the hunting pressure around you a little bit? I know where we're at, it gets beat up pretty bad.
Right now, usually up until gun season, like where we hunt, there's not a ton of pressure, really. But it seems like where we're hunting now, there ain't hardly any hunt pressure in it. But during gun season, it seems like there'll be quite a few people. When Chris got this property, that was one of the stipulations. He could bow hunt it, but he had people that gun hunted it. But it seems like during gun season, they get quite a few people in here hunting on it. But usually, by the time gun season's here, the good part of hunting this property is usually about done anyways. Which was our experience last year. But my other places, luckily we hunt a lot of private ground. Chris hunts some public ground, which, he gets into places where there's, several hunters. But for me personally,
Can you tell me a little bit more about this property? How long have you been hunting it? Do you got any history with it? How many acres is it?
Oh, well, where we are hunting, this is only the second year we've had permission to hunt this place. Well, Chris got permission. He's just nice enough to let me come in here and hunt it. I'm not really sure. How many acres are here? 88. There's 88 acres, the man says. It's just, like I said, it's just really just set up to be a rut place, honestly. It's just a lot of fingers and stuff like that. Just a lot of cruising spots. And, man, last year when Chris started running cameras here, it was, when he got this, we didn't really have high hopes for it. We just thought maybe it'd be a place to catch one buck. You know, maybe a shooter that would come cruising through. And when he put cameras up last year, it blew our mind what was in here. It was ridiculous. There were, I'd hate to know in the 4 or 5 months here on cameras how many shooters come in and out of here. And this place is not very friendly. Like we said in our opening interview, last year Chris texted, I'll never forget, he texted me and said, I got a picture of my first 200-inch deer. I said, not a chance. And he sent it to me. And I'm not kidding. 200 inches was on the low side. We guessed him. Now he did break a little bit of stuff off, but we guessed him when he was full velvet and everything. I wouldn't be scared to say he was in the 220s. He was huge. Big beams, big mass, long tines. Just a lot of points, just everything he wanted. And late October, it got to where the hunt was getting good. Chris seen him twice. Had him within 50 yards once. Thought he was going to get to shoot him. Well, then it went on a spell. No pictures, nothing. So we thought we moved on or something. And on the 10th of last year, we had another buck that I was going to try to kill that Chris hunted. And he come in on hot doe and he killed him, which was scored right at 170 inches. He was another good one that we had pictures of. So he went and pulled cards and stuff out of cameras and had a cell camera and then pulled the card and looked at it. Well, he had a spy point that just wasn't sending any pictures. That deer was still in here. So I went to hunt him, and I'll never forget this day to see this a year ago today. I was right down there, and I'll have Chris turn the camera, but I would say it's every bit of 600 yards to that hill out there, way across that next fence row and everything. I seen a deer walking. It's a crazy story, honestly. I seen a deer walking, and I said, geez, that's a big son of a gun there. I was like, that can only be one deer. And so Chris worked seconds, so I called him. I said, man, that big deer's out in the middle of the wide open field right now. And he wouldn't believe me. So he drove around. He just lives 2 miles across there. He drove around, didn't see him. Well, he got down by the creek, and that deer was getting ready to cross the road. And when he seen Chris, he turned around and he come walking right back down this creek. And I was hunting about 75 yards down. And, man, he walked, I mean, literally right underneath me. And this field edge, if you look, it's got limbs that go out into the field. So when a deer walks under them, you can't shoot. Well, the only shot I had would have been straight down, just like this. Well, as you can see, this stand does not have one, but that ladder stand over there has a gun rail on it, a shooting rail. And when I did that, I couldn't get my bow without hitting that gun rail. And I had to watch him walk right by, but a deer of that caliber, you're lucky to see him one time. In between the two of us hunting, we've seen him 3 times since only November the 11th. So against my better judgment, I didn't take the shot. I should have, probably looking back now. But I felt like if I hit him, I'd have killed him. But I was afraid at that angle, if I missed, I mean, it sounds stupid when they're that close, but I really think it'd be easier to miss than what a guy would think. said, he was well in the 200-inch range. But Chris found out later on that a kid during gun season shot him in what sounds like it'd be a gut shot. Never found him, never seen him again, so what do you do? Keep on trying to find another one.
Alright, that was a pretty good Q&A there with Travis. We're going to go ahead and go to another 3-minute break or so, and we'll try to finish off this first hour session here strong. Hopefully some of the movement picks up. Looks like it's been kind of slow. The wind's picking up a hair. But remember, if you guys have any questions at all, go ahead and drop them in the comments, and we'll go ahead and try to answer those as quickly as we can.
John, what made you think he's deer over again?
Hey, just hold it straight up.
I mean,
every day with a bow and arrow, and you get out there in the thick of the thing, you know where the deer are.
Alright, we've got no time to waste here. We're going to jump right into Austin. It looks like he's got a big one coming in here. Let's see what happens. That's definitely a shooter. I'm interested to see what happens here. Remember, he's self-filming, so he's going to have a hard time getting drawn back and getting the camera in position. So this right here is what I'm talking about. This deer's walking so fast. He's got to pick a time to draw, and this deer hasn't been behind anything yet. So he's really in trouble here. You could hear him grunt. I don't think this deer's even going to stop and look at him. And here he is. He's hitting his camera. This is a bold move here. I can't believe this deer's not hearing it. Holy crap. I can't believe he was able to get that deer in the frame and get what sounded like a good shot off. It was hard to tell, but just to be able to recover from that and have that deer at one point walking straight away, to get him to turn and then get a decent angle in there, what a series of events that was. You can see this deer, he's not feeling too hot right now, and we really don't know what kind of shot, how well that hit him there, but we'll try to get us a replay here in a second. But let's let things calm down for a minute and kind of just listen in. So checking out the replay here, you can see as this deer's walking away, Austin's got his camera fixed in one spot because he's got to make the decision whether to shoot or to just pass at this point. And I can guarantee he's not going to pass this buck. So he leaves that camera in place, goes ahead and draws, takes the risk, and it works out perfectly. It looks like it angled into the vitals pretty well here. Drop in the comments below where you think this deer got hit and how long you think it's going to take us to find him, or if we will find him.
Did you hear me shoot? What? Did you hear me shoot? No. Dude. Oh, it happened so freaking fast. Like 20. I think I hit him pretty good. I don't know, he ran up to the top of the hill and like stopped.
Dude, I heard something crash.
To your, like to your left?
Yes.
I mean, he's kind of far. He didn't really run completely towards your direction though, but he ran up to the top of the ridge and stopped, and then he was just like slowly walking away from me, and I lost track of him. But I don't know, dude, it happened so fast. I freaking pulled my bow back, and he was walking right in front of me like 20 yards, and I had several times where I could have stopped him and like chip shot on him, but I couldn't get the camera on him fast enough, and I was trying to figure out what he was. So I finally I stopped him the first time, and I looked down to make sure he was on video, and he wasn't even in the frame. So I like leaned down, and he wasn't even looking at me. I leaned down and tried to move the camera on like with my elbow, and I freaking like let go of my bow and like made a bunch of noise. He had no idea what even happened. He just like kept walking, and so he got like away from me. He was almost stationary away from me. I didn't think I was gonna get shot, and then he like turns to the right, and I stopped him again, and he was like behind this like little tree, so I had to like lean around the tree and try to stick it behind his shoulder, and I mean it whacked him pretty good. I thought I gut shot him, but I got down.
So it looks like Austin's camera just cut out on him there. He's telling his friend Logan here, who's hunting with him, on the phone that giving him the full rundown. And I'd say we'll pick back up on the blood trail of this deer here in the next hour. So you're not going to get to see any more of that right now, because we're going to have to end this stream pretty soon for the first hour. Then we'll take a break and continue the second stream. But we're going to go ahead and finish it out with Charlie Ziegler here. And it looks like he's got one spotted. He's been sitting here looking with his binoculars in the same area now for I don't know how long, probably 20-30 minutes, and we're gonna go ahead and go in and we'll finish this stream out with him and probably rejoin with him and Austin in the second stream and see who else is still hunting it out.
He's 155, maybe a little better.
Yes.
He laid back down.
Yes.
Oh my God. You're kidding me. Oh my God. You gotta be kidding me. This deer, hey, this is the big boy right here. Facing us. Is he facing us? He's just looking. He doesn't see us. Can I sit back down? Hold on. Is he down for sure? Okay, no. Is he up? Sit down. Get down. Sit down. Sit down.
Some tough luck here for Charlie, as he looked like he had a big buck coming to him, and the deer just laid up in the middle of the trail. You can see in there towards that sycamore tree, it looks like the deer's bedded. Not really sure how big he is. I think I heard him say something about 155 incher. That's him, like they've had some history with this deer. But we'll see how long this deer beds down. We've got 15 to 25 mile an hour winds today, and I wouldn't expect this deer to be getting up at anytime soon. And I'd say that, you know, this is going to be a long battle, so sit tight and see what happens, because we're about to run out of time here on this stream. But hopefully within the second hour of this stream we'll have some updated information on this deer, and who knows, we might get another arrow in one before the end of the day. It's starting to look like a really, really good day for hunting. Be sure that you guys go ahead and subscribe, hit that notification button. That way, whenever we go live on the second stream, you'll be right up to date with us, and you won't miss out on some great hunting this afternoon. We'll see you in a little bit.